I'm a very strong believer in give a man a fish he eats for a day, teach him to fish, he never goes hungry. And I really believe in learning to fish. And so I think if we learn to fish, we have a better chance of surviving in our lives. Okay. And you think about it like this, all right? What I want you to understand is that whatever is causing a trial in your life, behind it is a hidden world that you have not seen or you've pushed down. That hidden world is causing this trial to exist. This is the main teaching I want you to take out of today. Whatever goes on in your world, it's not happening for no reason. It's happening because Allah has seen this inner world inside of you here. He saw this. Allah looked at it and said, you know what, my beloved slave needs to learn A, B, and C, A being the presence of Allah, and B being the presence of what? Something, what? The qualities, let's say holiness, and C being strength. And Allah looks down and says, boy, the reason this person is getting beat up by this bully over here, which might be your boss, is because deep down inside you're not holding Allah and you're not being strong. And therefore Allah says, okay, bully, I give you permission to go after my beloved slave. That's how it works. I'm sorry to say it, but that's how it works. Allah takes the protection off. He doesn't let the bully hurt you, really, but he lets the bully scare you. You see? Now you're like, oh my God, the boss is beating me up all the time, I feel so bad. And you're kind of contracting inside and you're feeling all bad inside. Astaghfirullah, but in really down deep inside, Allah is saying, my beloved slave, why aren't you being holy? Why aren't you being al-Jabbar? Why are you not standing up for yourself? Why have you not spoken the truth? You see? And you say, but I can't, I'm afraid if I speak the truth, they're going to fire me and I'm going to die, I won't have any money. No, that's not right. That's your fear. You got to speak it. That's what Allah teaches you. So if that's your teaching, then if you don't do that, the bully stays, the boss gets bigger and bigger, your life gets miserable and miserable. And if it keeps going on, Allah will probably just fire you so you can have a new experience with your wife or something, where it's a little safer for you. He'll give it to you again, but it'll be where your best friend will start all of a sudden, for no reason. You've been best friends with this person, and now your best friend's starting to bully you. Well, what happened? Why is my best friend starting to bully me? Because, you know what, you didn't get it over here. So Allah made it a little easier, gave it to you through your best friend. That's how it works. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. Everything I've seen in life, that's how it works. Yeah.
Ibrahim, what if you have something like this situation, but because you're not in any top station, you get the message that you're to work on your anger and continue to be, be more gentle.
Yes.
Be more
Ali.
Or more latif.
Yeah.
And so you don't get that message that it's like fighting used to come very easy.
Yeah.
So now it's like, no, maybe I'm supposed to be humble and
yes.
But you notice it's all around you. Like, okay, which are you working on? Like how to stand up or how to be more patient and more halim, and that makes you crazy making.
Okay, well, this is where, that's why you do halwa, generally. You sit in a tree and you say, oh, I'm going crazy here, I don't know what to do. What do you want me to learn here? Sometimes it's all of it, but Allah will often show you a piece at a time. So I'll say, okay, right now your first teaching is patience, and your second teaching is gentleness, and your third teaching is clemency. So Allah will teach you in order, because you may not be able to hold three at once. Okay? So the first thing is to learn that. So the point is that if you have an experience that you're unhappy with, the key to transmuting the experience, even disease, is getting inside of the disease to understand what is going on inside of you and what is Allah doing with it. That's the secret of healing.
Say that again, please.
The secret of healing is to take anything that you're struggling with, to be able to get inside of it, to understand what the subconscious images and experiences that are incomplete are doing inside of you, and to find out what Allah makes with it, and to do that, to complete Allah's experience. Okay, so if you have a bully shows up, here's your boss, he shows up, and he's bullying. What is that really showing you? It's reminding you when you were 3 years old, you got beat up by your brother. When you were 2 years old, you got beat up by your mom. And when you were 1 year old, you got dropped and beat up by your caretaker. You forgot all that, but that child didn't forget it because it imprinted. But what was Allah trying to teach you? Allah had a teaching, that whole thing. Allah was trying to give you these experiences for some reason. Let's say in this case, it was forgiveness. Okay, like before. So, but you couldn't forgive because you have something inside of you that didn't want to. Your before is incomplete. You don't have good before yet. What you have is incomplete before. So inside your subconscious, these exist. The bully shows up. Why? Because Allah wants you to complete this.
Am I right in saying, like, so we talk a lot about the, especially the childhood experiences, we go back to that.
Yes.
That as a child, we're not expected to maybe have complete ghafur. I mean, as child, we're weak, we don't even understand our own feelings.
Yes.
So that's certainly not expected. But as adults, this is when it's the time for the healing, and we all have to go through it with all our various ways.
Yes. The whole early childhood.
There's no blame on a child or anything.
There's no blame. This is just how Allah teaches us. The whole scenario of life is actually you come in, every child comes in awake. Every child comes in aware of God, the reality of God. But by the time it gets through that birth canal, it's already closing down because the birth experience is not an easy experience for the mother or the child. It's not easy for that child to go through that canal. All of a sudden, it's been sitting in ecstasy, sitting around, floating around in that amniotic sac, and now all of a sudden it comes through and this, oh my God, what's happened in my head? I'm being stuck through this. And they're grabbing it with these forceps and pull me out here. You know, what happened here? You know, that's sometimes a child's first experience of life, and not easy. It could go the other way too, you know. The child's needing that experience to get strong, and all of a sudden they have a cesarean. So now they're opened up, the child never has to go through it. I don't have to go through anything. Boy, I sure have trouble dealing with life because I never had to go through that first experience, and now when it gets rough, I can't do it. Very common with C-section. It's the exact opposite experience. Yeah.
Just to piggyback on that, my husband, who's a physician, his friends in Brazil, who's a physician, a woman who didn't want to go through the end of her pregnancy. And she had clout and she wanted a C-section. And pressured her doctor who did it, and the baby wound up with lung problems in the NICU because, you know, the hormones that come through and chemicals when you go through the struggle protect the lungs and other things.
Yeah, exactly. That is a necessary struggle. Allah created it that way. We have to honor it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious if the experiences that you suffer or anybody suffers with, for example, a bullying or a boss or any situation like that, the way how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send you this understanding of the situation or to mercy to understand why maybe this kid was bullying you because his parents were getting divorced or your boss was not smarter than you, then you need a hard time. There is an explanation that Allah will send you to.
That's right. That's the quality of al-alim. So that if Allah gives you the understanding, then He sends you the bully to teach you al-alim. But another person, He might send the bully to teach Jaffe. And another person, He might send the bully. Let's say that you're meant to be the new James Bond. know, and Allah knows it, so He's giving you everything. You speak 25 languages, you've got 160 IQ, you know karate, you can stand on one finger and kick somebody. You've got all the superpowers. Allah might send a bully so that you could become strong. You see, so Allah knows what He wants to send you, because each experience every experience is magnificent in that it's its own experience.
It took me like 50 years to learn.
Yeah, well, if you, alhamdulillah, that's amazing. I mean, if you've learned that, Alim is one of the highest qualities. If you've learned that, you've done some great work. Yes.
I'll try to make it brief. I'm a survivor of childhood abuse.
Yes.
And I've worked to forgive the abuser for
Yes.
over 25 years.
Yes.
Different things, imagery, letting go and forgiving.
Yes.
I'm stuck because I have OCD, severe OCD, that
Yes.
keeps bringing me back to that position.
Yes.
That fear that I had when I was pushing my dad away.
Yes.
And how do I attack the OCD? It seems like that's what I need to attack. But I also need to work on forgiveness, and so it's really a struggle.
Yeah. Well, there's different components of it. You have to ask Allah which is the first one to start with. And there's ways of finding that out. The easiest way is just to pray and ask and get your tazal in it. But there's ways of going from the experience to open which quality opens first, and that's another way of finding that. But once you find it, in your case, I think, my personal experience, I work with the OCD first. I would work with the qualities behind the OCD, and I would start there.
That was my feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been recommended by 3 doctors to go inpatient to the OCD center.
Well, yeah, but, again, think about, the whole traditional medical is cortisone. The whole working of cortisone is to take inflammation, push it down, and basically hide it again.
Covered up.
Cover it up.
Yeah.
The whole process of healing is actually to take out the images and the experiences and to annihilate them, phenomena. So I'm not against cortisone, because there's times you really need it. You're struggling with some kind of disease, you may really need it. But the truth is that sooner or later, you've got to get to those issues. So going into an OCD ward, when I look at the ward they want to put you in, it's cortisone.
Yeah.
So that's not the answer. It might help a little bit to slow things down. Same with antidepressants, same with anti-anxiety, all the same.
It's called exposure and response prevention, and I had a hard time getting it to work for years because it's tangled up with the PTSD from the trauma.
Yeah,
It's all tangled up.
it's all tangled up. I think I would start with the
What would be a way to
OCD.
start?
You slow it down, you find a healer. You've got very good healers in your community here. Find a healer in your community here. Begin the process of slowing it down and working through the experiences, the incomplete experiences of pushing your dad off of you. Until you find what Allah wants to teach you, which when I look at it is Qawi, is inner strength, and Rahim, mercy. That's my recommendation.
Memorizing the meaning of the qualities, would that help?
It will help you, but it's not just memorizing their meanings. You've got to walk through the experience in your being. You can't get that off of you.
Yeah.
So inside of your being, every day Dad is hurting you, and every moment Dad's there, and every time a man shows up, it's like that. And every time a strong woman shows up, it's like that. And there's this constant experience of fear that Dad's around. Right? That's your OCD.
He passed last year, I thought that was going to be relieved. No.
It's inside of you. It's not about Dad anymore. It's about you.
Yeah.
And you have to complete the experience of overcoming your dad inside of yourself.
I don't have to relive the trauma to do that.
You have to get through it. You are reliving. What are you talking about? You live it every moment.
Yes.
It's in your subconscious. You live it every second. Okay.
Is one way that we can do it just writing CD's book, or do we actually have to go into the images? Can we write like some of the chapters in CD's book that work with?
Yeah, you mean writing, when you write CD's books, what CD's doing is he's essentially transmitting templates. Okay, so anytime you write a book from CD's sending, what does CD really do? CD did this. He took the teachings of the Quran and he made them accessible to Western thought. Okay, and then from Western thought, he explained to you the Ma'arifa, or the inner aspects of the Quranic teachings. He gave you the Ma'arifa of the Quranic teachings and explained it to you so that the Western mind could understand it. That's all he did. That's all his teachings are. Okay? And then from that perspective, once you have that and you understand it, okay, now you know Qawi. But what was really Qawi? Qawi was maybe demonstrated in the Battle of the Trench. Remember when the who was it, Quraysh, I think it was, came and they were going to fight the new group, and Muhammad had to fight them, and they dug this trench
To defend Medina.
to defend Medina, yeah. And he had to stand up and he had to fight them. And they were overwhelming. It was like, what, 10 to 1 or something. There's a lot more of those people than his people. And he had to stand, and he had to have trust, and he had to have strength, and he had to be able to deal with the fact of overwhelming power anyone. That was teaching strength. That's a Qawi experience. So there was the outer teaching of Qawi, but there's the inner dimension. Anyways, the bottom line is, read the teachings, get the templates of it, but then you still have to do the walking. Meaning, because you read about this doesn't mean, I used to love, my father always used to read Louis L'Amour. You know who Louis L'Amour is? And of course, we're in Texas, you must know. So I grew up with Louis L'Amour. Every day when I went out to my car, or to his car, there was Louis. So I ended up reading a lot of Louis when I was a kid, and I loved reading Louis. It was great to have an adventure and go out, and I never had to leave the car. But later, as I got older, I started realizing, well, wait a minute, it's one thing to read about Louis, one thing to read C's works, it's another thing, and write it, even better. I never wrote Louis L'Amour, no, but you should write C's works, and then go out on your own adventure. So later, as I got older, I started taking Louis out. I'd go out with my backpack, and I'd go out into Idaho and high in the mountains where there were bears and wolves and things, and have to deal with actually having the experience that Louis talked about. And that was powerful. My first experience with a bear was incredibly powerful compared to reading about it. Okay? So Louis will teach you to be a man, but you gotta go out and be the man. You gotta go out and live it. So City will teach you holy knowledge, but you still have to practice it. And the practicing it is becoming Qawli, becoming Ghafur, becoming God. Okay.
What's the best book from CD to learning Marifa? Is it in his home?
Probably He Who Knows Himself. The best, I don't know, there's a lot of books really. For you, maybe How the Arrival is Realized.
What is it?
How the Arrival is Realized. It's a very good book. It explains the fanas, the annihilations that lead to Marifa. It's an amazing book. Okay, so to close this up, as you're walking the Sufi path, Siddhi's not here in the body anymore. So Siddhi did a lot of work for you, which is beautiful, alhamdulillah, but in a certain level, he was also giving you fish. Now to a certain level, you've got to actually fish a little bit more yourself. You're going to have to, but you're ready because many of you have been walking a long time. You know how to fish, and this is sort of the completion of fly casting. You're learning stuff for a lot, but if you are not able to get into your own subconscious and understand the images and experiences that are driving your suffering, then you have work to do as a Sufi. Okay? So this is what I want you to take home from here, is each time you have suffering in your life, whatever goes on, and it will go on every day, because every day love throws positive and negative at us. As you go forward in your life, each time you hit something, like, oh, that person said something and they really hurt my heart and I feel sad. That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's an example. Okay? If you open that up, you know what? There are past experiences inside of there and what Allah wants you to teach, wants you to learn. As Sufis, if you're really walking as a Sufi, each day take this into this and learn that. Give me one more second. Okay? That's what I want you to take out of here. If we had the time, I'd walk you through it again. Maybe we have the time, I don't know. But this is what I want you to learn. How to open this trial of suffering, to understand its inner dynamics and what Allah wants you to know, and to learn it. That's the secret of reaching Fana.
I think if we did a short walking through something.
Okay, can we take a few minutes for that? Is that okay, Mohammed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, everybody close your eyes.